Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of South York's Allotment. Firstly, I am just going to make a small batch of jam from the recent pickings of loganberries. Recipe for this is same amount of quantity of sugar, whether it be caster sugar or granulated sugar, in weight to the loganberries. So first of all, I'll just cook these loganberries on a bit of a medium heat and then I'll get back to you shortly. Right, the loganberries are cooking on a low gentle heat and they've just come out of the freezer actually, so they'll need a bit more time, but generally the rule of thumb is to cook them for about 4 to 5 minutes, just until they're nice and soft in a nice big saucepan. There's two ways of doing this. You can either put them straight in the pot or you can actually hold the stalks out beforehand. I just put them straight in and then I'll probably run them through a sieve and get all the husks out at the end, so we'll see how I get on. So I'll just let these gently cook away. Okay then, so just a quick recap. I've put all the berries in. I've let them simmer on a gentle heat for 5 minutes just to soften them a bit. And also I've added the sugar in, give it a good stir, make sure all the sugar has dissolved. And now I'm going to rapid boil it for around 5 minutes, removing any scum or froth from the top, which may come as a result of the boiling process. So I shall let this boil up now and then I'll show you the end results. Right, so as this is now steadily boiling away, I'll just show you what I did pre-boiling. I sterilised a couple of jars. I gave them a good wash out in some very hot water and then I've put them in the oven just to sterilise, only on about 100 degrees, something like that, nothing too major. And this will just help with sterilisation really. So as this is boiling, it'll be another minute or so and then it should be nice and even and mixed, and then let it cool down and I'll be able to pop it in some jars. Okay, if you're testing for setting point, one method what you can do is use a jam thermometer and let it get to about 100 degrees. I like to use the old method, and that's just to put a small side plate into the freezer, put a bit of jam on the plate, run your finger through, and if it doesn't retract back to its original state, then you know setting point has taken place. So, let's grab a little bit. Just let it dribble there, and I'll just let it cool for a little bit. And then, as I say, just run your finger straight through. Okay, I think I'll give that another minute. It's not quite done yet, so just another minute and then everything should be fine. Right then, so out with the jars. They should be nice and sterilised now. Just be very careful with them because they'll be very hot, so I'd use some oven gloves or something of that sort. The jar lids as well, don't forget those. Well then, everything's nice and dissolved. Just use a bit of a jug here. And then just pour them in. Right, I'll carry on and get back to you shortly. So there we go, there's the jam in the jars, ready just for cooling down. I will add a waxy lid just on top of the jam, and then I'll seal it and label it so I know where it is. I should know what it is, I've grown them. But anyway, that's loganberry jam. Right then, just to finish off, I'll just pop a waxy lid into the jam there, and let it nicely settle on top. I'm not going to bother with that one there, the little one, because I'm taking that to work and they'll probably be gone within a couple of days. So, let's take my label. I've already pre-marked, so I'm trying to do this one-handed. Like so. In a fashion. Sorry, camera's a bit dirty. Putting in some a bit of light. There we go. Loganberry jam, 25th of the 7th. So what I'll do is put the lids off on, just let any excess heat come out. And I'll just take my little doily cover, put that over the top as you do. And that is that, folks. Loganberry jam, first batch of 2016. This is my first cucumber, about to be chopped up and popped into a lovely salad. Okay everyone, I'm just down at the plot now and I've got a couple of jobs I want to get done, which is taking the broad beans down and also getting everything prepared really for the winter veg going in. So I've got some plans for purple spray and broccoli to go in its place. And what I'll do though is I won't pull the roots up, I'll leave the beans cut right down at the bottom and then I'll dig the roots in because they're that high and full of nitrogen they can put that in the soil ready for the following crop. So I'll get set up and cracked on. Right, so all I'm going to do is just cut these flush down with a floor, like so. Picked all the beans off, so I've got a nice good crop for them. It's not been a bad year for these beans. Things all come to an end now, so just getting everything ready for winter. There we go, all finished. So that's a broad bean bed prepared now. What I'll do is I'll dig it over, add a bit of bloodfish and bone fertiliser to it, and then I can get planting. I'm just going to pick a nice head of broccoli for tea. There's a biggish one there you can see. That's probably about the size of a small football, so that should produce a nice few bits of broccoli. Just managed to get it at the right time. It's just starting to discolour a bit, but that should do nicely. These courgettes just keep continuing to produce. There's a couple more already there, and on this next plant there's stacks. A couple in there, another one there, a couple down there. I'm already at 14 off one plant. I could hit, I don't know, 20, 25 off that one plant. I'll just show you how the pumpkins are getting on. These are the Spellbounds. They're nice. And the big boy there, the Atlantic Giant. That's my hand against it, so, you know, it's putting on some good weight. turnips are now ready too, so I'll pick a few of them. A good tried and tested turnip there, purple top Milan. Some good flavour as well, and also one which I use in soups. I like to do a turnip and potato recipe, so once they all start coming up well, I'll make a couple of batches of soup. I've been given a jar of pickled onions by a fellow plot holder, so thank you very much for that. I really appreciate it. So I'll be able to sample that very shortly. The shallots are now harvested out of the raised bed and are drying off in the greenhouse. So I think I'll have a go at pickling some onions myself when they finally dry out. I'll just show you also, from the external view of the greenhouse, the cucumbers I've got coming from that plant. Okay, it's a little dark, so you might not be able to see that well, but there's one, just there, and then just down there, there's 3 others, all in a line there. I've also got another one poking its head through, just see it there. I've counted 6 in total so far, so all being well, should get a nice healthy crop next week. Right, these are the winter veg I've got going on, just under some protection from the pigeons. I've got some Savoy cabbages, purple sprouting broccoli, and some swede. The swede are quite big actually, so they can go in soon. I think they will replace the shallots in that bed. Which is just there, that's all prepared now, ready. I just need to fertilise it. And then obviously the sprouting broccoli can go in the bed what I've just taken the beans out of. I think what I'll do with the cabbages, I'll put them in the other cabbage bed, because some cabbages have done poor this year. They've been gutted by slugs damage, and then they've blown. Strangely enough for me, I don't usually get blown cabbages. I usually have a good crop of them, but never mind. Right, I'm going to head home now, so that's it for the time being. I'll be back again soon. I just wanted to share with you my first cauliflower harvest of the season. So it's a fair old size, that's against my hand. So it's probably about the size of a small football really. So I'm really chuffed to bits with that. There's a couple more of similar size what have come up now as well, so I'll be in for a nice treat for Sunday roast. Right then, so here we are. 4 purple sprouting broccolis. I've only put 4 in because they do grow, well, they can grow about 4 or 5 foot tall in some instances, and they do bush out quite a lot, so there's plenty of broccoli in there for me. And I'll also show you, just at the top there, I've also planted the swede as well. There we go, I'm sure they'll pick up in no time. Right everyone, that's it for tonight. I'm packing up and heading off home, so I hope you enjoyed the episode. Thanks for the subscribers, the new ones and old ones, and also the comments, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye for now.